there's not a time in your life where you're always going to be the best at something, in spite of how hard you try at it. You're never, ever going to always just be the best at something. Learning to overcome obstacles and learning to demonstrate character is essential in how, we want our band program to function. This year was interesting because as we got started into the year and we started getting contracts in, we started to realize it's like this band's going to be quite a bit different from our band that went to Grand Nationals last year. For one, it was going to be smaller by almost 50 people. We were graduating over 60 seniors last year. That all of a sudden were gone. The ratio of new to old and experience was going to be a lot different from how it was the previous year. Our leadership this year was, some of the best leadership I have ever seen anywhere. And, without those people in those positions, I just don't know whether we could have had the same success. Coming down to the end of the season, we're getting this opportunity to head to California to do BOA Regional there. We're super excited because we know there's going to be a lot of really great bands there. And, competition is great. It helps us to progress and helps us get better. And so we knew that the competition would be stiff. And so we're like, well, let's go. Let's do this. We stop in Vegas to have a rehearsal. We got a 4-hour rehearsal at Pinecrest Academy for the Arts Nevada Cadence. They were so nice to accommodate us for that time frame. It was more warm than what we were accustomed to. It was like high 80s that day. So it was like, I think we'd been rehearsing in the 60s, and so all of a sudden it's just a lot warmer. Rehearsal goes great, and we're off to California. We had a good draw, so we were playing like late morning. We underestimated exactly how warm that day was going to be. We probably didn't hydrate well enough the night before, and we certainly didn't maybe watch our healthy eating and drinking while we spent a day at Disneyland. Students are starting to feel this intense heat. We've got students that are, starting to sway and they're not all together with it. And you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know whether we're going to be able to get through this performance right now. Because we had never been to the stadium before, we had some miscommunications and things that should have been on one side of the field were now on the other side of the field. They won't let you through the stands because there's another band going. I guess we're going to go without a majority of our props. Everybody gets out on the field. Everybody does a great job. We have the award ceremony for prelims. It's like we win all the captions. We're first place in our class. Great opportunity. It's like, dang, this is great, right? We do our warm up. It's much nicer. It's not near as hot, right? The sun is down. It's like our time to shine, right?
It's fun seeing you go from, the beginning of the season until now. It's fun getting to stand out in front of you guys and just be like, dang, that's good. You make it fun. You make being a band director so great. We got one tonight, and then a guaranteed 2 more. So enjoy tonight. You got it?
Yeah! We have everything where it's supposed to be. The kids go on the field, and they just have a great show. I mean, it is easily the best show of the year, fantastic performance, very musical, very emotional. We get off the field, we get everything kind of packed up, and then they start doing announcements and everything, and all of a sudden it's like, we didn't win visual. We knew that Vista Marietta got 2 of the captions, so it was like, well, we know we're not in first place. And then all of a sudden it's like, we get announced second, and then Vista gets announced first. And it was the first time, since 2022 that all of a sudden it's like the things that you were hoping were going to happen didn't happen.
Well, I think
it's good. It's okay.
No, it's fine, guys. If everybody can walk away and be like, oh, that was our best performance.
That was our best performance.
Then it doesn't really matter. And if it's like, we probably could have done a little bit better. Then it's like,
oh, well, then next time
we've got one more week.
We got one more week.
We'll have to do a little bit better next week.
Performance tonight, I felt like was really good. I felt like it was way better than prelims, honestly. Right now, it's okay, and I can understand it. It feels weird. It feels similar in some ways to a couple years past, but it feels a little weird, but it's also okay.
We haven't lost in a really long time, save for Grand Nationals, but that's kind of a different scenario. I really do believe that this will be beneficial to the band in the long run, and I mean, seeing the Vista Marietta kids, like their faces when I went over there to congratulate them, it was like us at Indy. Like, it's so good to see other people like get that experience as well. It's humbling. And I think it's a good test on our culture. We've been spending a lot of time working on the culture this year, so this really shows that the band is in a good spot culturally, and we can take a not getting what we wanted and still really enjoy the experience.
So rehearsals went great the rest of the week. We went down to St. George and had several more great rehearsals. State was fantastic. It's great to win the state championship. You know, it's not an easy task. I think some people think that the state championship is just given, and it's like, man, no. Like, there are some incredible band programs in this state, many of whom could, you know, easily do well at Grand Nationals, and it's like, we've got to put in our best effort first there and not just look past it to Saturday.
After I graduated high school, I stepped away from, like, I wasn't staffing, I was too young, I was just doing college stuff. So I took a few years off, but then coming back, I was staffing with another school up north. And just coming back in and be like, holy crap, like the competition has completely changed in Utah. And it's really refreshing to be able to go and see so many high caliber bands and all of us cheering each other on and just pushing and pushing and pushing each other to be better. And I think it's a very healthy competitive environment we've created.
I think it was a big confidence booster for the band to be able to experience that, and then, you know, we're on to Saturday morning.
I feel like we've improved our culture so much to the point where it's like that's why we were able to take the loss so good. So I feel like if it was like the band I was in 2024 and 2023, then we wouldn't have taken it as good as we did. So we did amazing in the run yesterday. Like, everything was clean, the music was good. Our success yesterday is a good stepping stone. I'm feeling really confident. I think we're going to do really good.
I'm ready. I think our band has the right energy. We're going to go warm up. Things are going to go good, and we're going to go and do a good run. And that's all that matters. We do our best run, and then we'll see how it goes. We'll go from there. I'm excited.
I don't want you to think that you can't just let it loose, all right? Let's just have a great few show segments, and then let's get out of here and go do this thing, okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's line back up. You guys have done just unbelievably good. I want you to take 30 seconds, find somebody next to you, tell them what you like about them.
Great prelims run, easily the best of the year, you know what I mean? Like, we just want it to keep stacking up where, like, this one's good and the next one's better and the next one's better. Came in first in our classification. We were like, all right, like, that's the way we want.
I thought prelims was electric. It was exactly what we needed, and I'm so excited to see if we can do another prelims run tonight. Then I think we'll be in good shape. When you've built something and you do it together with all your best friends, it's life-changing. There's nothing like it.
The best way to have a really good show is to look at the people around you and say, I'm willing to do this for them. I'm willing to give up my time, the money I'm gonna spend, like thousands of dollars, the amount of sleep I'm not gonna get, the amount of homework I'm gonna have, and just give it all to this band.
I don't know, I feel like there's just more focus, like going into each like rep of everything we did, just because like it's like, oh, it's the final week, you know, we gotta like lock in. I'm just gonna think about those things as I go into this run and hopefully do well.
It's going to be a great run, and I know that if we try our best, we can succeed. Whether or not we get first, it's going to be a great run, and I know everyone's going to have a great time.
Before you get going, can you do a little bit of 50-50, a little bit of leg swings, yeah? Make sure we swing it with a straight leg as we're going across. A straight leg as we're going across.
Don't move.
Got you to 12, 10. There it is. There it is. So just push it up as high as you can. That's going to be what you have to go for here.
Yes, sir.
That's it, yeah. Click save, that is perfect, yes? Take everything that you guys need, go through your double-double, and then just have some time on your own, yeah?
can do that tonight. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if it's the last one or not, and it doesn't matter. All that you need to be concerned with is tonight is about getting your best rep in as possible. The best rep you've ever done tonight. Do not let your emotions get in the way of it. You should be focusing on how you can be the best that you've ever been tonight, one time only, and then it doesn't matter after that because you've given your best. I am unbelievably proud. They're gonna walk off the field happy, loving, excited about everything that they've done this year. Everything's gonna culminate to this one performance. It's gonna be fantastic. Fantastic tonight, you can guarantee that.
I'm feeling amazing. The energy that is coursing through the band comes because of everything that we built this year. We're united because we've worked so hard to be one band family. And that's what's so amazing to me is I don't care how awards shake out because we're all in it together. We're all united. It's gonna be so good. Where's Sam? Oh well. That's not really good.
It is so nice to get to the last performance and be like, that was the best one of the year. The kids did so good. And it was great to walk off the field knowing that, that was the case. And now, there's nothing else we can do, right? When you don't give your best, you really just put it into the judge's hands. And when you do your best, then you're controlling your fate.
I think we definitely have a really good chance at winning. And if not, that's fine. Vista Marietta is a really good band, but we put in our all, so we're fine.
When everybody's so focused and it's so meaningful on what we're doing, you can just really feel like this energy. Yeah. It's just going through everybody in the entire line.
And that's something so special about this year is how we've gained such a greater culture and how we just care about each other so much more. And in those moments when we're walking together, we are one. And we have such a great bond together, and that makes us perform so much better.
In second place, with a score of 91.15, the American Fork High School representative from American Fork, Utah.
What's challenging is when you reach the best that you've got, and then somebody turns around and says, yeah, but it wasn't quite as good as what these guys had that were their best. Like, there will be people that are better than you at things that you do, and you can put in unbelievable amounts of energy and effort to try and not let that happen. But sometimes it is. It's just the way of the world, right?
People gave it their all. They left everything on that field, and I think it's worth it to look over. We looked over at Vista as soon as they won, and we congratulated them, and their band was so happy. Tears of joy. It makes you appreciate your family a little more and your program a little more, and that's what we did this season. That's what Vista did this season, and I think that it was worth it. It was a huge success. This season was a huge success, and I think that's what matters.
They blew me away during finals, and I just had to remind them, and even myself, because it was disappointing for a lot of us, not to take home that first place trophy, because we put in a lot of work, but you have to remind yourself of how it felt coming off the field, and I believe with my whole being that the kids left everything on the field in St. George.
I think having those kind of experiences where you have to kind of go through failure a little bit is essential for growth. You can't grow without those kind of experiences. If you look at it, the 2024 group made significant changes to the ability level of the band. This year's group will always be remembered, especially by the staff and me, as the group that said, this is who we are though. And this is the kind of band that we want to be for the future. And that is probably the most important thing that happened this year. For all intents and purposes, we're going back to Grand Nationals next year in 2026, which is awesome.
Like, even before we had approval for the trip, I'm telling all my current 8th graders, I'm like, a year from right now, you will be at Grand Nationals. You will be on the field in Lucas Oil Stadium, and you kind of see their eyes get really wide, and they're like, oh.
The hope is that, we can build on the success that we had in 2024. And there's not another band that I'd rather take than next year's group to be able to do it.